Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This Shabbos is a very special Shabbos. Shabbos Mivarchim Elul. The Shabbos which we bless the upcoming month of Elul. Elul represents the acronym of Ani Ledodi V'Dodi Li. I am connected to God in a very intimate way, like a husband and wife. It's our 30-day preparation for the upcoming High Holy Days. It's the most special month of the entire year when the king is in the field, HaMelech Basada. And so it's a very special Shabbos, this Shabbos that we bless this upcoming month. There's also the Torah portion of Re'eh. The Torah portion opens up and says, Re'eh, see, I've given before you blessings and curses. And as we know, God is not a poet. King David was a poet. God was not a poet. God's very matter of fact. So what does it mean, see, I've given before you blessings and curses? And the reality is God's telling us something very powerful. That in life, it's a blessing and a curse is how we perceive. Ultimately, everything in this world was God-given, and everything in this world happens for a reason. Sometimes we can never fully understand why God does things. Nevertheless, it's how we perceive it, if we're going to see something as a blessing or we're going to see something as a curse. How we sometimes in our own life, we'll see that message. We'll go into a deal, we'll go into a relationship, and we think it's the best thing that could have happened to us. And we realize afterwards when it doesn't work out, like, thank God it didn't work out. Could have been the worst thing for us to ever happen. And sometimes we never get the answers. We're human beings in God's master plan, which we've seen this year, tremendous challenges that we cannot understand. Nevertheless, there is a reason why everything happens in this world. And God is behind everything. And so our mission is to perceive things as good, to realize that God is good. And when we realize that everything is good and we have bitachon, we have belief, and we have faith that everything happens for a reason, then whatever challenges God gives us won't be real challenges. There'll be blessings. There's a very famous story when there was once the Tochacha, the rebuke that was read by the Alter Rebbe. Every single Shabbos, the Alter Rebbe would read, coming up in a couple of weeks, Parshat Kitavo. We read the rebuke, and it's a heavy curses. It's heavy curses. And then one year, the Alter Rebbe wasn't feeling well, and somebody else read it. That year, his son, the Mittler Rebbe, the second Chabad Rebbe, he fainted. And so they came to him and asked him, I said, I don't understand, why do you faint? Every single year you hear the same Torah portion. We read the Torah portion every single year, the rebuke. He said, when my father would read it, it would sound like blessings. And so in our own life, we have to see everything as a blessing. And when we have that realization, the incredible blessings that God gave us, to be gracious about the blessings that God gave us, then nothing in the world could affect us. And nothing in the world. When we realize that everything, and we challenge ourselves and we don't have enough, and then everything is a curse, we get downtrodden, and we can't live in this world. When we realize that the incredible blessings that God gave us in this world, and we see it as a blessing, that is how we truly live in a good and powerful way. And so therefore we said, see everything before you. We have to look at everything in this world. We have to find the blessing in every single thing. We have to find the meaning in every single thing in this world. And when we find meaning and purpose, and this is what there was a time where there was a tremendous challenge in Kfar Chabad. Kfar Chabad is the village that's right outside of Ben Gurion Airport. It was the first village that was established for the Chabad community in Israel. And it was just a couple of years after its establishment, in the early 1950s, when there was a terrible terrorist attack. And 6 kids were killed in the Beit Sefer HaMlacha, in the school of purpose, the school of work. And they wanted to shut down. They wanted to close down the whole city. They wrote to the Rebbe. Everyone was frightened. How can we live in such a place? And the Rebbe says, from here we have to build. From here we have to build. And they built an entire new city. Again, it didn't bring back the souls, the children that were lost in that terrible terrorist attack, but it gave purpose and meaning to something that we're able to build. From this strength, we have to build on. And so as we're going almost 11 months after the terrorist attack of October 7th and this constant war in Israel, we have to give meaning and purpose to every single thing in this world, to every single life that was lost. And we have to see our lives as realizing that we're in a greater connection to the Jewish people in Israel, the Jewish people around the world in diaspora, and give purpose and meaning to every single thing. And then we'll find the blessings in everything that we have in life. And so God tells us, see the blessing. Once we can see the blessings, everything else will fall into place. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We'll see you tonight, 7:15 tomorrow morning, at 7:30 tomorrow morning, 10:15.